Brownstown Central Braves. School of the Musketeers have not had much success against. I was looking today at West. We're 0-14 against them since having football. I've been competitive in some of them 14 games, but it's kind of been a lopsided affair. The Musketeers will come in at 1-1, coming off a big win last week against Crawford County in their home opener, and the Braves of Brownstown come in with a loss last week against Mid-Southern Conference foe Charlestown. I believe that final was 30-13 there. So, both teams looking for, the Musketeers hoping to keep momentum going. Brownstown hoping to get back in the winning side, which, is very custom on the football side over here. They got a coach in Reed May that's legendary in Southern Indiana.
Yep, absolutely, Mikey.
But, both teams was looking at the roster. Both teams are very young. Musketeers, I believe, have the same amount of seniors. Both teams have about 9 seniors. But, almost over half, 2/3 of their team are underclassmen. So both teams are very young and, look to really grow with the experiences. The Musketeers will probably have to play most of their underclassmen, where Brownstown may not play as many underclassmen as we do. They got about 50 kids compared to our, 30 kids. So, but, last week was a good week, Wes, and, just talk a little bit about the takeaway from coming in here tonight, building off that and what we got to do to win tonight.
Well, I think, number one, I think the kids walked away with some confidence. I think that they're coming into this game tonight with some confidence, which they may have not had a whole lot of the last couple of years. And both of us know that, confidence goes a long way in anything that you do. And I think that's a big thing. And, we limited the turnovers and the penalties last week. A lot of that had to do with Crawford County, didn't force a lot of stuff on our end of the game, but it's going to be different over here. Brownstown's going to be ready to play. They know how to tackle. They're going to try to force turnovers and try to get us to get off sides, the game first downs and stuff like that. And that's just something that we need to continue to improve on every week, and it starts tonight here, which how disciplined these teams are over here.
Yeah, and it's our first conference matchup, and we was over here 2 years ago, and if I remember correctly, we were sitting with a down by a touchdown. I believe it was about 3 or 4 minutes to go in the first half, and just a turnover and a score and a 3 and out, and they end up going up like 28-7 going into the half, and all the momentum swung, and we just got to come in, composure, take care of things, and the biggest thing I want to take away tonight is just compete. Continue to get better, and at the end of the day, you got to feel good about what you did over here, and that's what we got to take away. And I think this group is continuing to get better and work hard, and so we'll see what happens here. As we're down to about 6 minutes to go, as both teams are getting ready to hit the field. As Brownstown is taking the field now, but a little bit about what's going on around Musketeer Nation. The volleyball team was a victory last night, moving their record to 4-4 over Henryville in 3 games. Played really well.
They finally got it rolling in about the middle of that first set there, Mikey, and then never really looked back at the next 2 there.
They're a fun group to watch. They work their tails off. They're tell you what, Wes, maybe you ought to go down there and see if they do that. These guys are running and jumping on the pack and everything else, doing flips, and I don't know if I was a coach I would allow that, but tennis team, when will they be back in action, Wes?
Tennis team is done for the week, and I think they come back next Thursday and have a match, and then they have one next Saturday also. The band has their first marching band contest next Saturday up at Columbus North. Not sure what time they're going to perform, but best of luck to them. I'm sure we'll see that next Friday night at the football game, so they'll be kind of giving us a rundown of what kind of act they're going to do up there at Columbus North on Saturday. But yeah, really impressed with I know the volleyball team lost a couple close ones this week over Orleans and Paoli, but I think there's good things coming for this volleyball team. I mean, they we're talking to you. I wasn't there Tuesday or Wednesday, but kind of just folded a little bit. Talking to you, probably a couple that we probably shouldn't have lost. But that happens, and they responded well last night and come back and got a victory over, Coach Robinson's alma mater right there at Henryville.
Well, we're set here to have the national anthem. We'll step away and hear a word from our sponsors and be right back with you.
Remember when you had your birthday party at McDonald's, playing with your family and friends? Enjoying cake and that one-of-a-kind McDonald's food and drink? If you're looking for a fun and safe place to have a party for your children or grandchildren, look no further. Party time is back at McDonald's, right here in Salem, Mitchell, and West Baden. That's right, hosted birthday parties are back, baby. Call event coordinator Renee Lewis at 812-788-0126 to schedule your birthday for Salem, Mitchell, or West Baden today. The party includes food and drink for up to 10 guests, with your choice of white or chocolate cake, ice cream for each child, a gift for the birthday boy or girl, goodie bags for each child, and a festive decorated party area. Parties at Salem allow children to play, while the McDonald's in Mitchell and West Baden will feature age-appropriate games. Let McDonald's make your child's next birthday party stress-free for you and fun for them. Call Renee at 812-788-0126 today and get your next party on the schedule at McDonald's.
There's a new infusion of quality talent being brought in on both sides. Head coach Tom Allen and the Hoosiers are hungry.
Snap back to McCulley, takes it right up inside, and they pound it into the end zone. Touchdown in the end.
Opening day is Friday, September 2nd versus Illinois at Memorial Stadium. Our coverage begins at 7 p.m. You can follow along all season long right here on the CareSource IU Sports Network from Learfield.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown Central, and we're down to about 2 minutes here before opening kickoff. A couple announcements. Another big season opener up in Bloomington tonight, as the Hoosiers will open up the Big Ten season with Illinois, and hopefully turn around from a disappointing season last year. Got some new faces as Penix has transferred out, so I know they had a quarterback. Deciding on who the quarterback was going to be. It'd be interesting to see who that is tonight. Also I want to give a shout out. I told him I would, and I'll give a shout out to Mr. Ferris, as he's not able to be with us tonight. I appreciate all he does at the school and his family, and I think he enjoyed himself at West Washington helping us out, and we'll look forward to getting him on again in the near future. But another announcement I did find out before we left, Wes, next week is home ball game. We will introduce and announce our softball sectional and regional champs team from last year. So that'll be big thing for them, as they kind of making history last year, and hopefully continue that this year. They got big hopes again this season for returning almost everybody besides a couple players. So
yeah, that's a big deal. The future's bright for that softball team. Down there, and Adrian did a nice job last year, and I know she's looking forward to getting them back on the field this year. Probably can't happen fast enough for her, but I know the girls are excited about softball, and rightfully so. I think they should be.
Yeah, there'll be 3 of them on the field this weekend, as Kylie, Sydney, and Bracy all travel up to play at Columbus this weekend. So, you want to be good, it never stops.
Yeah, it never stops.
It's always working. So we'll see who here is. I didn't see who won the toss.
I didn't either, Mikey. I was too busy looking at our crowd across the way here.
Talk about a crowd. We had a heck of a crowd last Friday night at home.
Yes, we did. And hopefully, that I know Brownstown's a long way over here, and a lot of people don't come. But, the students showed out last week. That was nice to see, and hopefully next Friday here at home, as Silver Creek comes to town, hopefully, we'll draw another big crowd. Ribeye's back in the house next Friday night too.
Ribeye's back. Mr. Newcomb does a nice job with that, and we try to do a good job as well. And you know, we're eventually going to have to train somebody to take that grill over.
Yeah, I don't think Mr. Newcomb wants anybody else to take it over.
So Brownstown will kick off. Musketeers will have the ball to start the game. Jury and Gibson back to receive the kickoff. So we're set here and start this ball game. Hopefully Musketeers, I think it's important, Wes, here to get a good positive drive here. Nothing 3 and out, but, you know, we'll get some first downs, move the football a little bit, and hopefully score out of it. But if not, at least something positive.
Gregory Hutchinson getting set to kick this thing off, and kick is on the way. It'll be a short kick as it will be picked up and laid on by the Musketeers there. As
Zach Pickett wasn't really ready. I think, you know, you go from playing on grass to turf, the ball takes that weird bounce, and if you're not used to it, you know, it's going to play effect in the game. So Cody Bannett comes out to lead the Musketeers here on their opening drive as they'll start from about 21-yard line.
Game just on their way here. Split backs here. Bannett steps back, flips it over to Garrett Drury as he'll gain about 3 or 4 yards on that pass. That'll bring up about a 2nd and 6.
That's crucial, I think. You know, is these first downs, we got to get some positive yards, manageable second down. Opens up the run game as you got Braden Jones, and it looks like Christian in the backfield with him. Hand off to him, runs on the left side. Gonna be
not a whole lot there from Christian.
Back to about the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Grant Keeley of Brownstown, a sophomore. Pretty familiar with that kid. He played baseball with Garrett on his travel team there. Good kid.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 6 now for the Musketeers. Hand off to Jones, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, and not going to be no gain there. About a 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up about a 4th and 4, 4th and 5.
Yep, that'll bring on the punt team, Mikey.
Now, the start Brownstown was looking for, not to start the Musketeers, just wanting us a 3 and out.
Hudson Fritz back as a return for Brownstown. Bannett. Kick is in the air. Nice kick. Fair catch called, and there's and the Musketeers have got it back. Musketeers have got it back. It's number 85 for the Musketeers.
That Caleb King?
That was Caleb King. So we're going to have good field position here, Mikey, at Brownstown's own 49-yard line here to take this thing over. Big air there by Brownstown. I believe he called for a fair catch, and then it kicked off of him.
Right. Yeah, that's huge. First turnover of the game. So the Musketeers offense will stay on the field now as they'll have into Brownstown territory at the 49. Bannett with Jones, hands it off to him, going to run right up the middle and gain about 4 yards.
That's hitting the hole right there, Mike.
Yeah.
That's hitting the hole.
You know, ever since that halftime speech at West Washington, he's picked it up a notch. And, you know, he come out of the gates last week with about a 50-yard run to start the game for a touchdown. So
a big break for the Musketeers here to start this game after going 3 and out and getting the ball back here now. And we're in Brownstown territory here. Bannett out of the gun again. A little option there. Tries to flip it to Braden. I thought that would be, well, that's a lateral, so
yeah, so that's going to be a big loss for the Musketeers. That'll bring up a 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. So
I didn't think that was a bad pitch there either. You know?
No, it was the right decision there. That's just something we haven't seen them do.
Yep.
I think they thrown that in this week, and so once again the Musketeers backed up on a long 3rd down here. Gonna call it a 3rd and 13.
Adams to the near side, Drury to the far side here as Bannett steps back, flips it over to Drury, and it's through his hands. Out of bounds, pass incomplete.
I think that's one both of them would like to have back. I mean, Cody kind of threw it a little bit high and out, and, you know, Garrett tried to get two hands on it. He was open. It was a great route, but... So once again, 3 and out for the Musketeers as they'll punt again.
Once again, Fritz is back here, set to return this punt. A little bit better field position on this punt.
Great punt.
And it's going to roll. I wish we'd get up there and touch it before it goes into the end zone, but
that'll be a touchback. Good punt, though.
Great punt. I mean, with the roll, over 60 yards, Mikey. And
right. So we'll step away and hear a word of our sponsors. We're set for Brownstown to come out for their offensive position. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by Wslm Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Hello, and this is Jalen Hoare over at John Jones. School is in full session across the region, so let's talk safety. School buses are rolling around the community, so make sure that you're always aware.
All right, welcome back to Brownstown. We're on the way again, and here's a quarterback keeper for about a 15, 16-yard gain by number 11. That's Carson Darledge.
That name,
big name over here.
Basketball player, great basketball player, and well, he's got some height too to him, you know.
Right. So first down run by the Braves, bring up to the 36. Man in motion, hands it off to number 7.
His tackle there and finally brought down, but he's going to gain probably another 5 yards.
So about a gain of about 5, 6 on the play by Engel. So 2nd and 5. Darledge brings it to the line. He's in the shotgun.
See, they run this tailback back here, and they'll flip it to him sometimes, too. There's Darledge. He's going to get enough for a first down again. Not a very good job there. You know, we had hands on him there at the line of scrimmage and let him get another 5 or 6 yards on that.
And that play they're running, I seen us running that play down here in pregame, and I thought maybe it was the offense that we put in, but I'm thinking now that it was for our defense to see that, what he was talking about, and they did a great job blocking on that. So first and down from the Brownstown on 49. Fake it, now they're going to hand off 49 and miss tackle in the backfield, and going to have
the last defender here, and he's going to push him out of bounds at about the 6 or 7 there.
So about a 45-yard run there for Lane Zeke.
They just run so many different sets off that, Mike. Right. So many different options, and
you know, and we had an opportunity. Coach did to get him in the backfield and wasn't able to get it. And once he got momentum going, he was gone. So first and goal from the 6 for the Braves. Here's the snap. Going to run right up the middle is Darledge, and I believe he's going to get in.
Yeah. Touchdown Brownstown, 6-0.
With 6:48 to go in the first. Looks like the Braves will attempt the extra point, not go for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that's a big bit. You know, look at his size, Darledge's size, you know, being able to see over top of everybody.
Right. So number 40 here, Hutchison set back to kick the extra point. It's up, and it is good.
A laser.
Yeah. So with 6:48 to go in the first, the Braves take a 7-0 lead on their first possession. We'll step away and hear a word from one of our sponsors. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Quality talent being brought in on both sides. Head coach Tom Allen and the Hoosiers are hungry.
Stand back on McCulley. Takes it right up inside. So they pound him into the end zone. Touchdown again!
Opening day is Friday, September 2nd versus Illinois at Memorial Stadium. Our coverage begins at 7 p.m. You can follow along all season long right here on the CareSource IU Sports Network from Learfield.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown as we're set to Brownstown to kick off after a 80-yard drive on about 5 plays, all on the ground, being capped off by a 6-yard run by Darledge for the touchdown, and the extra point by Hutchison. So
Need a good response right here.
yeah, you know, if you're going to compete, you've got to dig deep here and have something.
Yep.
You know, I'd like to see him go back to the pass play like those they ran with Garrett and stuff.
You know, they've not looked at, and they did that last week. They've not really looked at
Ball's loose, and we're going to see who gets possession here.
I think it's going to stay with Eastern. We're struggling back there with that.
Right.
You know, he's kicking it right in between the back and those middle guys there between Fickus and Garrett, and they're just, I think they're going to have to come up here a little bit. You know, Garrett's going to have to come up, or Zach's going to have to drop back a little bit.
And the thing about it is he's putting it right on the sideline.
Oh,
It
yeah.
ain't going out of bounds. These guys are thinking it's going to roll out of bounds, and it's not. So Musketeers will start at their own 22. Trying to get something going here. Here's that offensive possession where you got Caleb as the fullback, hands it off to Jones. He hits right up the middle for a gain of about 1 or 2. Up about the 24, gain of 2.
Down to 6.5 minutes here, Mikey, in the first quarter. 7-0, Brownstown on top. Musketeers with the football. Deep in our own territory.
Low snap, handed off to Jones. He's going to keep grinding, keep the feet going, and get a
Good job by Braden there. He didn't give up, and
that was all Braden pretty much
yeah,
on that one.
it
He
was.
did. So brings up a 3rd and 4 after about a 4-yard gain.
You get a first down here, Mikey. First down here.
I think you got to go back to Braden again, and hopefully he can get 3 yards. Man in motion.
Low
Bad
snap
snap.
again,
And that's killed us.
Yep.
So that'll bring out the punt team again. So 4th and 6 now. It was about this spot last time where he bust the punt, or another low snap.
Had to get that one off quick. Pretty good punt, though, with how quick you had to get it off there.
And we're fortunate, I thought the Brownstown defender kind of just give up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Got a flag on the play. Brownstown's the offense come back off the field, so it may be against Brownstown. Got holding.
Reed not arguing much with it down there, so.
No. I believe it was on us, though. I think he was asking if he wanted it to re-kick, or
Okay.
I'm sure he wants us to back up and punt farther back.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen here.
We got a holding call on the Musketeers, which will back them up to about the 14 west, so can't have a bad snap here.
No.
Here's the kick. Good recovery right there by the Musketeers. You got about 2 on the return.
Brought down by Adams and Caleb King there. Good field position here by Brownstown as they'll set up at about the Musketeer 44-yard line.
I tell you what, I'm gonna give these officials a credit. They're not letting no grass grow under their feet in this game. They're moving right along.
Yep.
So Brownstown, great field position. I'm sure it'll be a run here for out of this set that they run. There it is, a direct snap to number 12.
Yep.
Wyatt. You know, it just tells you how good Charlestown is to beat this team 30-13 last week, and you know, seeing this offensive set they're running. So first down run. Here's a down motion, fakes it. Nope. Great hit right there by Coates in the backfield for about a 4-yard loss.
Number 9, Lane Zyke with the carry there and the loss. That backs him up a little bit. We needed that, Mikey.
That's a big time hit by Nathaniel right there.
Brings up 2nd and 14. Dolly's out of the gun again. Double reverse there. Number 9, he's going to run it in.
So with 3:49 to go, the Braves stretch it out to a 13-0 lead. Coach Dean wanting to know about a legal block or something, I believe. So once again, Hutchinson on for the extra point attempt.
Zyke kind of after that last run, come back and redeemed himself a little bit.
Here's the snap, the kick, and it's good. So with 3:49 to go, it's a 14-0 lead by the Braves. We'll step away and hear a word from one of our sponsors. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by Wslm Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
The John Hay Center presents a classic car show on September the 3rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. There'll be a $10 pre-registration fee, $15 on the day of the show. All vehicle entries must be at least 50 years old, a 1972 or older, and there'll be prizes from Mayor's Choice, People's Choice, and historically significant. All proceeds benefit the John Hay Center. Food by Bob and Kev's Barbecue, and oldies music from WSLM Radio. The John Hay Center is located at 307 East Market Street in Salem. Mark September the 3rd on your calendar. Get your classic ride polished up and head to Salem for a great afternoon of food, music, and fun mixed with a lot of history.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown as the Braves have a 2-touchdown lead on the Musketeers. Set to kick off after about a 35-40 yard run by the Braves for a touchdown.
Let's see if we can do something with this kickoff team here, Mikey. This time we'll get it out of the backfield a little bit. We got a little
onside kick, and great job there. The Musketeers was ready for it.
I believe we're going to just let go of the football.
He's down. So number 89 for the Musketeers, that's
Adam Guthrie.
Adam Guthrie, nice job there, you know, catching it and being ready for it.
It's almost like Brownstown's trying to finish this one early, Mikey.
Yeah, and you know, it's never a good time to come over here, but coming out over here after a loss like they had last week, we knew it was going to be tough, and you know, right now we're going to find out what kind of team we got. Can they respond to with good field position? What about their own 49? Bandit going to roll out.
Resher drops a pass there, and that play's got to be made right there.
Yeah. You know, he had positive yards in front of him.
Yep. Come back and do it again. Yeah, that's a couple couple passes there now that Cody, I thought were catchable balls that, you know, one to Garrett and one to Christian there that if we come back here, Cody sits back again, flips it over to Garrett, and they're going to give him about 4 yards on that.
Well, that's twice we've ran that and got about 4 or 5 yards out of it, you know, so I think if you can get 4 or 5 here, you got to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, because as far as, I mean, that we haven't, it doesn't really matter what position they have on the field. I mean, they've pretty much had their way with us so far here with 3:10 to go here in the first quarter. Bennett one more time out of the shotgun, rolls right, flips it to Braden Jones. He's out to the 40, the 30, and brought down at about the 25 here, and is going to get about 30 yards on that run, Mikey.
There's that pitch play that they tried early on, and you know, and he gets his momentum, gets going. He lowered that head right there, and so biggest play for the Musketeers offensively.
Yep.
And still have a 1st and 10 from the 25, Brownstown 25. Bennett trying to get everybody where he wants with about 12 to go on the play clock now. Here's the snap. Fakes. Bennett rolls back. He's got to get rid of that.
Yeah.
It's going to be about a 20 or about a 16-yard loss.
Yeah. Yeah, they read that pretty well, and you know they were on him from the snap.
Right.
You know.
So fortunate, only lost of 13. That'll bring up a 2nd and 23.
No, we did this last week. I was going to mention earlier, we didn't look at Adams for the longest time, you know, and then all of a sudden we looked his way in here. Hopefully we can catch him sleeping over here on the near side of where he's at. And we got flag on the play.
I believe it's delay a game.
I'll back him up again.
So that don't help us out any. Well, we're back to where we were when we had the big run almost, so
we're at a 2nd and 28 now. Cody steps back, flips it across the middle, and there's a flag.
Yeah, that's why he hit. Yep. That's going to help the Musketeers. Fortunate nobody got hurt there.
Good route. I mean, it was a good route by Christian. You know, he was open. Just they got a hand on it. Yeah, it was a late hit, wasn't it?
But he bounced up and
yep.
Got a personal foul on the Braves.
So that'll bring up about a 2nd and 13, Mikey.
Yeah, everything we lost we're going to get back now here. You know, and I'm sure Coach Reed ain't happy about that.
Nope. And we got to capitalize on stuff like this. You know, we've been on the receiving end of these penalties here, and we need to capitalize on them.
You know, I'd like to go back to that route again. It was open. So here's Bennett. Steps back. He's going to throw one to the end zone and overthrows Adams in the end zone. We got a flag again on the field, I believe. False start on the Musketeers. So this drive's been a lot of penalties, both ways. More on the Musketeer side than Fortuno. So that'll bring up a, I believe Brownstown didn't accept the penalty.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 13.
So, you know, in all honesty, they're doing you a favor. You got to make them pay here.
Yep. There we go, Bandit. He keeps it himself, and he's going to get a couple on the deal, so that's going to bring up a fourth. And I'm with you, Mikey. I think you got to go for it here.
Yeah, I do too. Here's the thing. You know, as a player, to me, that's a slap in the face that he declined that penalty, saying, I don't think you can get it on third and whatever. So,
yeah. So 4th and 12. We're under a minute here. Bandit steps back, looks across the middle of the Drury, picked off by number 40 of Brownstown. He's out to the 20. 25, brought down at about the 27-yard line.
Not a very good throw there by Cody.
No, it was intended for Drury, and that, you know, he was covered up pretty good over there.
Yeah, and I mean, he threw it about 5 yards short, in my opinion. And you can kind of see the frustration setting in with the Musketeers right now.
So Brownstown takes over after the interception. 1st and 10 from the Brownstown 27-yard line. Darley's with the snap. He keeps it, steps back, looks him to throw long, up in the air, and it's batted down by Drury.
Got some pressure back there that time.
I'm not sure why Brownstown would try that play. They've kind of had their way with the run.
Right,
you know?
yeah. Well, you know, I think it's, for them, they feel comfortable where they're at. They may be trying to throw some new things in and work on some things.
2nd 10 from the 27, Darley. Zeke in motion. He gets the handoff. He's out to the 30, the 40, brought down at about the 43-yard line.
Drury with the tackle on his knees, upends him. So a gain of about 15 on the play. That'll bring the Braves up to their own 42-yard line. Zike's had a very good first quarter here for the Braves.
Yeah, he's probably got close to 80 yards.
Now, he don't know what the deal is here, if he's hurt or something here, but
Keeley checks in and replace him.
Looking at his wrist here, left hand. We'll see, check the status on him as the game goes on. So 1st down for the Braves.
8 seconds. I don't believe they're going to probably run another play here.
No. There's still plenty of time on the play clock.
And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter with a score. The Brownstown Central Braves on top of our Eastern Musketeers 14-0. We'll step away here away from our sponsors. Be right back to you to bring you second quarter action here from Brownstown. You're listening to WSLM Musketeer Football out of Salem, Indiana.
Come on out to the Campbellsburg Festival on September the 9th, 10th, and 11th for lots of family fun, music, and food. Friday opens with yard sales all morning and afternoon, followed by a pet contest at 5:30. The Miss Country Girl pageant at 6:15. 50s and 60s music from the Checkmate close out the evening beginning at 7 p.m. Saturday opens up with Relay for Life 5K and FFA breakfast at 8 a.m. 3-on-3 basketball tournament at 9. Silly Safari at 11 a.m. and lots of good music with Lethargic at 7 and Thunder Chicken with blues and 60s music. Sunday will feature a retelling of Campbellsburg's history, gospel music, and military salute. Mark your calendars for September the 9th, 10th, and 11th for lots of family fun, music, and food. For a full schedule of events, go to WSLMradio.com. Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet-O-Fish and the Golden Delicious Fries are warming up on the sideline. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown. We're set to start the second quarter with the Braves with a 14-0 lead and the ball driving at their own 42-yard line.
Score update, Senators and Mitchell. It's like Senators are on top. 14-0 right now was the last update I got on that one.
Well, I was looking today on John Harrell, and I think they were a heavy favorite tonight over Mitchell. So, unfortunate they got to play at West Washington. We could have went over and played on that new field at Mitchell.
Yeah, I saw that this week. And from what my understanding is, I think they're going to do the baseball field and the softball field over there. I know you guys, that's where you guys played the regional at last year, was over there at Mitchell.
Yeah, sectional.
Sectional was over there.
Well, here's a handoff to number 7, Engel, as he's going to get the first down on about a 13-yard run. You know, Salem playing Scottsburg tonight. One of them teams will come away with, I believe, their first victory.
Yep.
Both teams are 0-2 coming into tonight. I believe that was over at Scottsburg
Yeah,
tonight.
they were doing some kind of fundraiser benefit over there tonight. Both teams were getting together.
We'll keep you updated on any scores we get on that game as well. So first down from about midfield. Darlidge fakes the handoff. He's going to run it right up the gut. He gets to the outside now. Jury's going to run him out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, so about an 18-yard run by Darlidge. He's got a younger sister, a pretty good basketball player as well. So once again, Brownstown on the move.
It doesn't matter what sport over here it is. I mean, they're going to compete in everything, you know. You know, you look at these numbers down here. You got 50 kids down here, the uniforms on it. Here's a double reverse again.
The angle, he's going to break it to the outside. And I believe we're going to get a flag on the play. I don't know what the penalty would be unless he grabbed a face mask.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of.
You know, and Garrett's getting a workout tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Just getting through everybody.
Oh, yeah.
He's the last resort to get the stop. So
yeah, if they're running the football and he's getting all the hits back there, that's not a good thing.
no, and it is a face mask on the Musketeers. So I'll move the ball up 5 more yards. I believe it'll be first and goal from about the 7-yard line for the Braves.
20-0 over at West Washington now. Senators on top. Darlidge again. 11:16 to go here in the first half. 14-0 Brownstown still on top. Keeley in motion. There's a direct snap. And he's still working his feet, and he's going to score.
Yeah, I mean, and they're just pushing him in as well. I mean, so Ty Meyer with the score, his first call of the night, and gets in for the 7-yard touchdown. They'll make it 20-0 with 11:10 to go here in the opening half. Hutchison getting to work out here early and be on for his 3rd extra point.
And he kicks him line drives, Mikey.
Yeah. You know, it's like a volleyball game. The harder you get to try to spike the ball, the less chance they have to block it. I mean, we're going to have an offsides on the Musketeers. Don't know if he meant to miss the kick or not, but he'll get to try again.
Yeah.
McBride on the jump offside for the Musketeers.
I'll line it up one more time. Where they spot that at, Mikey? Half the distance to the goal, or?
I I'm trying to figure out emotion, decline it, but I don't know what the kick is good.
He didn't miss that one.
So it's almost like a chip shot for him.
Uh-huh. 21-0, Brownstown up on top now.
You know, and one thing I want to talk about, you know, you look at the commitment, discipline, the followers that Brownstown have, and it's in every sport over here, but they're the same size school as we are. They're 2A school. You know, they've got kids coming out ready for kickoff that don't have to play both sides.
Yep.
You know, you know, you talked about it a while ago, touched on it with 50-some kids. I mean, they don't have to wear kids out. We're playing kids on both sides of the sport or a ball, and, you know, it takes a toll on you after a while.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mikey.
I mean, you look down here, they got about 6 coaches, and they all have certain jobs, and if they're not doing them, you know, they're going to be in trouble by the head coach. I mean, he's got them. It's a well-oiled machine over here in football for sure. I mean, we could talk all day, you know, with Dave Benner, you know, what he does, and Coach Allman in basketball for boys and girls.
Yep.
So here's Hutchison for the kickoff.
And Reed kind of just sets the standard over here, you know, this football team, and year in, year out. Kickoff, it's going to be a deep one. Drury with it out to the 30, the 35, the 40, 43. He'll be brought down at the 43-yard line.
I tell you what, that may be why they don't kick this, because that's a pretty good return back there. So here comes the Musketeers, hoping to get something going offensively and try to get something on the board. I want to wish everybody a happy and safe holiday weekend this weekend, a 3-day weekend for a lot of people. Some of us.
You get those every weekend, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I wish. So here's Banner in the shotgun. To his left, he's got Jones.
Single coverage over there with Adams. Hand off to Jones, and he's going to get about 3 or 4 on that one.
At what point do we gotta find him? We gotta try to get him the football.
Adams?
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, they went to, I believe they were, you know, it was between him and Christian the one time we threw it in the end zone, but I think they were trying to hit him.
Yeah, it's still single coverage over there on that far side, and they've kind of got Christian and Garrett kind of covered up over here. That also one I believe Brownstown's come up with, if I'm not mistaken. I hope not, but we'll see.
No signal yet.
I believe we got it.
We got it back. So that'll take us back about to the original line of scrimmage. To the 43, you bring up a 3rd and 10. You know, the snaps haven't been real crisp. I mean, the handoffs, just not playing real clean football right now. So 3rd and 10 for the Musketeers, and getting guys in the right positions.
We'll have a timeout now.
Yep, down to 5 on the play clock, so Musketeers will take a timeout. It'll be their first of the half. We'll step away and hear a word from our sponsors. This is Musketeer football being brought to you by Wslm Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Hello, and this is Jalen Hoare over at John Jones. School is in full session across the region, so let's talk safety. School buses are rolling around the community, so make sure that you're always aware of your surroundings. Remember to come to a complete stop once you see those flashing lights and extended stop arms. These kids are relying on us to keep them safe. Speaking of safe, Chevrolet has a plethora of standard safety features, which includes, but is not limited to, the front pedestrian alert. Front pedestrian braking uses a camera to see pedestrians in front of your vehicle and can alert you or even apply the brakes. Keep in mind all these safety features could potentially lead you to lower insurance premiums. Check out Chevrolet's full lineup here at John Jones. You can find us online at johnjonesautogroup.com or give us a call at 877-473-5546. And remember, you see so many,
All right, welcome back here. Bandit now on the rollout. Going to try to hit Jones as he catches it, but he was out of bounds. That would have been the break the Musketeers was looking for. So
he touched it inbound, and he had to kind of tip it there to gather it in. And
so now that'll bring up a punting situation for the Musketeers.
Bandit's wearing his leg out again, Mike.
Right.
21 back again to receive. Fritz,
good kick. I'm going to kick it away from him. We're going to take a big bounce out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. They're going to spot it at about the 18. So, good kick by Bandit. It's about the only thing going well for us right now. As the Braves will be set to come out and start their offensive possession. And, you know, we talk about how quick their, you know, offense, defense is getting out on the field, but when you got multiple players and you're not waiting on them, you know, they already know going out on the field what they're running. So, Darledge set in the shotgun.
9:37 to go here in the first half. Darledge pumps. Going to go upstairs with it, looking deep. And is overthrown there as number 19 was the intended receiver, Caleb Cummings.
Pretty good arm right there.
He has winded up a little bit, but
yeah. He had plenty of time, great protection. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10
from the Brownstown 18. There's a handoff, and not much there as number 21 was the ball carrier, Hudson Fritz again. He's going to get a couple on that one. Mike, going to bring up a 3rd and 8 here. Big third down for the Musketeers right here.
For confidence-wise, it'd be big to get out of here and hold them here. But I have a feeling if they get, you know, a chunk of this, they may go for it. So here we go from the 20. Here's the snap. Little
flip. Keeley.
Gain of about 1 yard, maybe 2 yards. So good stop right there by the Musketeers, and beat this.
I don't think there's any decision about it. They're going for it.
So on 4th and 6, they're.
Hey, you want to talk about a slap in the face? Here's one for you.
Yeah. You know, this is big if the Musketeers can get the stop right here, and they're going to step back to punt now, I believe. There's the punt, and it's not a very good one. Going to take a bounce and go out about the 45 of Brownstown. So the Musketeers will be set to come out on offense now. Pretty good field position again.
Need a score here, Mike.
Right.
Need a score here with 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Put something on the board.
I mean, if you come out, you got to build off the positive stop right there. If you can put a score up, I mean, you're still in the ball game.
Mm-hmm. Don't need to turn the ball over, throw another interception.
Right.
Put the ball on the ground.
So here's Bannon again. Hands off to Jones.
Nice run by Jones. Oh, the ball's loose.
They may have got that one.
Yeah.
Yep. Fumble. That'll be picked up at 35 by the Braves. So the Braves offense right back out on the field.
It's like it happened in slow motion. Mikey, the Brownstown Braves got to come up and just punch it out from behind there. And
so after the turnover, the Braves will take over at their own 35. Musketeer defense got to come up with another stop right here, and you know, if they went for it on 4th and 6 from the 24, you know it's 4 down territory here, so.
We're going to have a flag on the field.
Well, whatever that was, it's on the Braves.
I'm not sure.
Leave the guy in motion, I believe is what they're calling that, maybe, as he was running off.
I don't know enough about that, Mikey, but I think that's kind of cheap, Eric. I mean, they still had time on the play clock there.
Right. So, we'll take it. 5 yard, back him up 5 more yards. 1st and 15 now.
Fake always spins back to the middle.
He's going to get about 3 or 4 on that run.
Still didn't get back to the original line of scrimmage there.
I'll bring up the 2nd, about 11, I believe.
7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Still 21-0 Braves on top here. Darling's out of the gun, steps back. Going to be brought down for a big loss here.
Good pressure there by the defensive line. Caleb King got to the backfield, and then the rest of the crew come in behind him. So I'll bring up a 3rd and 15, I believe.
Yep. Another big stop here. Get the Braves off the field here. And Darlings again, out of the gun. Here's a snap. He's a step back, looking to throw. Still back. Going to flip it up. Ball. Oh, Carson Rice almost intercepted it right there. There's one he'd definitely like to have back.
I think he got excited and seen an opportunity there.
It was pay dirt if he'd caught that.
But nevertheless, big stop by the Musketeers as they'll force a 4th and 15 and a punt here by the Braves. We're down to 6:36 to go here in the opening half, and the Braves may be going for it here on a 4th and 15. They are. No. That's a pretty good little play there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
It's going to take a Brownstown roll out at about the Musketeers 17-yard line. So we'll take a quick break and be right back with you as the Musketeers come back out on offense. This is Musketeer football being brought to you by Wslm Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Hi everybody, Bob Lovell here. Be sure to tune in on WSLM 1220 AM and 97.9 FM for your weekly dose of Indiana sports talk from 9:30 to midnight.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown. The Musketeers got long distance to go here, about 80 yards. Hand off to Jones again. Keeping the feet going, going to get out to about the 21-yard line. Everything's earned.
Well, and I noticed on that possession there, Mikey, they had Brownstown had everybody pushed up. So in that instance, if we could get something on these wideouts here across the center of the field, there's nobody up there that's going to touch them.
Trips to the near side here for the Musketeers. Jones loses his footing. He may got back to the line of scrimmage. Bring up a 3rd and 7 now. He had a little bit of hole there too.
Yeah, he did.
So 3rd and 7.
Trips to the near side again. Bannett steps back, flips it over to Drury. Incomplete.
I think if Cody would have seen a little bit, they all started coming towards us, and Adams was open right there for about a 10, 15-yard gain, and had a lot of room to run. So unfortunate there for the Musketeers, as they'll be forced to punt again.
Well, I thought he probably waited a little bit too long to throw it. And
so here's a high kick by Bandit, a good kick. Going to take a Musketeer bounce.
that might be one of the best punts he's had all year. That's all the way back to the 15 here.
I tell you what, if you're a punter, you like his turf.
Yeah.
I mean, even without the roll from the turf, it was at least a 45-yard punt.
That was a nice punt.
So you punt from the 23 and pin them back to their own 15. So great punt by Cody Bandit. You know, once again, that's the big positive of tonight so far here in this first half, as we're down to just over 5 minutes to go in the first half. Musketeers still trailing 21-0.
5 minutes to go. We got to get them off the field right here.
And we did it 2 times in a row. Turnover would be nice here.
Mm-hmm. Here's double reverse again.
Engel with it. He's got room. He's going to have about a 13-yard gain out to about the 29-yard line. I mean, they got so many options out of this that it's,
Darley's again from the 28, hand off to Fritz, off to the right side, stutters it, pushed out of bounds here at about a 40. Another first down. Well, maybe short of it, Mikey.
Depending on which guy they go with marking it, and they are calling it a first down.
Got a little giddy up in it right now. They're trying to punch this thing in before halftime.
Right, and then get the ball to start the second half. Direct snap again.
Got about 5 on that one.
I believe that was to number 12, Wyatt. So that'll bring up about a 2nd and 6.
Brownstown's 43-yard line. Darledge keeps it himself. Going to get about 4 or 5.
Going to be about a yard short on the first down. About 2 yards short, so that'll bring up a short 3rd and 2.
3:23 to go here in the first half.
Got a timeout by the Musketeers. So we'll step away and hear a word from one of our sponsors. This is Musketeer Football, being brought to you by WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Investing in education-based athletics builds strong communities and a strong, successful Indiana.
That's because when we support education-based athletics, we're not only supporting Hoosier student athletes, we're championing the next generation of doctors, CEOs, and engineers, not to mention future teachers, first responders, and civil servants. I'm Brian Lewis.
And I'm Chris Kaufman. We're both assistant commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
High school sports are the training ground for our future community leaders, impact makers, and world changers.
When we invest in student athletes, we're teaching them the importance of serving others selflessly,
leading them to become engaged, compassionate citizens who pay it forward and continue building a positive future for Indiana and beyond.
Support the next generation of Hoosier difference makers by buying a ticket to your high school.
All right, welcome back here. 3:15 to go in the first half. Musketeers trailing 21-0 as Brownstown on the move at their own 47-yard line on a 3rd and 2. Fakes all it back.
Looking to pass.
He's holding on to him.
And he's going to throw it out of bounds.
That's number 15 for the Musketeers is Connor Cleek trying to get him down, just couldn't do it. This shows how strong he is.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll bring up a fourth and 2 now. And I will say, anytime they've thrown it, we've been able to get pressure on him.
Yeah, we have.
They're just so quick with the run plays that we haven't been able to adjust to it.
Well, and I mean, we're sitting up here and we don't know where the ball's at half the time. You know, and they're down there right on a level with them. I mean, I'm sure it is. It's tough.
So 4th and 2. I'll hand it off to the outside, number 7. He gets to the outside. Great tackle by Adams, stopping him from getting the first down. So he'll be about a yard short of the first down as the Musketeers will take over on downs. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. And we're going to say it once again, Wes. Got to score here.
Well, I think this is an opportunity where you're at right now. I mean, do you start taking a couple shots?
I think you got to. I mean, what do you got to lose at this point? I mean, the only thing is, the last thing I think you want to do right here in this first half. Don't throw a pick. You don't want to give them an opportunity to score again. You know, you want to score, take this to half.
Bandit back, hand it off to Christian Rescher. And he's going to be brought down for a big-time loss of about 8 or 9.
And you don't want to do that.
I tell you, I'm keeping the ball on the ground now. You know. But he's probably got enough timeouts down here.
I know he's at least got 2, if not all 3 of them. So I'm airing one out right here. I mean, they're giving Adams 10 yards to start with over there.
There's a little screen. He breaks a tackle.
Almost a first down, going to be a yard short.
Going to be a yard short. Pretty nice play there.
It was. So we'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Which we're definitely in 4-down territory right here, Mikey.
Yeah, and I think you just got to give it to Braden and hope he can pick up the yard. And, you know, the clock is an enemy right now as it's running down to 1:45, 15 on the play clock. Got to have a little bit of urgency right here.
There's Adams over there with single coverage on the far side. There's a throw up to him. He's got a man beat. Pass is complete. Out of bounds at about the 4. They're going to call it the 6-yard line there. Well, we were waiting on it, Mikey.
Yeah.
And he finally got some.
And he put that where only Adams was going to catch it. Great play by both of them. Musketeers in the best position they've been in all game so far to score, knocking on the door at the 6-yard line with 1:28 to go.
1st and goal from the 6.
Here's a snap, hands it off to Jones. He's going to get down to about the 3 or 4 yard line. I think you got 3 more opportunities with him with the football right there. Going to spot it at the 3 yard line. So that'll bring up the 2nd and goal from the 3. Down to almost a minute to go here in the first half, so we can't be wasting a lot of time.
Rolls out. Cody rolls out.
And he's going to get in for the touchdown.
A touchdown Bandit with 55.7 seconds to go in the first half makes it 21-6 here. So the Musketeers, I'm sure, will go for 2.
Well, I mean, this would be a big momentum swing going into the half right here, especially if you don't allow nothing here in the last 55 seconds. Bandit in the shotgun, Jones to his left. Going to give it to Jones, and I don't believe he's going to get in. And he did. So that'll make it 21-8 with 55.7 to go here in the first half. We'll step away and hear a word from our sponsors. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by Wslm Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Dr. Ellspermann. I believe one of the best ways to invest in a community is to encourage participation in high school sports.
I agree, Paul. High school sports can play a tremendous role in student-athletes obtaining their first degree in life, a high school diploma. Ivy Tech Community College also plays a role by serving more than 70,000 Indiana high school students who are earning college credit while finishing high school.
High school athletics are all about setting students up for success in the classroom and in life, and that's especially important, considering less than 7% of student athletes play sports in college, and even fewer receive scholarships.
At Ivy Tech, thousands of high school students complete their freshman year of college or first industry credential, giving them a head start on college and careers.
We appreciate the support of partners like Ivy Tech who invest in our student athletes, their education, and our communities.
This is championing education. This is investing in your community. This is your IHSAA.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown as the Musketeers get on the board with a big-time drive, big-time throw, and an even bigger catch by Adams. Is that Hardy to kick off? Here's the kickoff. Little screamer up to the sideline to about the 16, and he's going to run it out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So like you said, Wes, can't give up nothing here. Just got to, get to the half right now with the momentum on our side. For about the first 20 minutes of this game, there wasn't nothing positive to really talk about, but you've had 3 stops defensively, a scoring drive,
kudos to our defense. They've done a pretty nice job with this offense that Brownstown's got tonight. I mean,
but this is the biggest 52 seconds of the game right now, as you can't allow nothing. Dolly's going to step back and air one out over the middle, and he's got a receiver wide open. Jury's the only hope we got, and he's going to get him down at about the 10-yard line.
Well, that's not what we needed, Mikey.
No, I don't know who lost coverage there, but he'll have him down at the 11 with 42 seconds to go, and I believe we're going to have a timeout by Brownstown. So we'll keep it here.
Yeah, we go from the 29 down to the 11 right there on that play.
And that was a great throw by Dodge, hit him right in stride, and even a bigger play by Garrett there to stop him from getting in, tripping him up a little bit. But this is, we talked about it 2 years ago, Wes, 14-7, and the last 2 minutes of the ball game, just all the momentum went back to them, and now it's going to possibly happen in the last 50 seconds of the half, as if Brownstown can punch this in and stretch it out to a 3-score game again, and then get the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, well, we could keep them to a field goal here.
I'm going to be wishful thinking for a turnover right here. Fumble, we get on it and get to the half. Because the ball was going to stay on the ground, as Brownstown at least has one more timeout.
Turnover would be good.
So here we go. The 1st and 10 from the 11. Here's a snap, though. He's going to keep it himself. Digging, and we're going to stop him at about the 5-yard line for a 6-yard gain. So timeout again by Brownstown. How many timeouts you get in a half? 3 or 4?
I think 3. I think that's the second one, right?
Okay. So each team with 1 timeout left. With 36 seconds left, I believe you're pretty certain they're going to keep it on the ground here.
Oh, yeah. Any more score updates, Mikey?
That's what I was looking for. I haven't gotten any sent to us here.
Yeah, I haven't got any either. So, haven't got a score update from Salem in that Scottsburg game yet. But Both teams back on the field here. 36.2 seconds to go here in the first half. 21-8. Brownstown on top, knocking on the door again here from the 4. Second 3, Darlish from the gun one more time. And it's off, double reverse again out the outside, and looks like he's going to march it in.
So 27-8 now as Braves score their 4th touchdown of the game.
That one being in 28 seconds.
Well, you know, I'm hoping the Musketeers are going to respond here in 30 seconds. See what we can do.
Yep. Here's a kicker again. Hutchinson set up again for the extra point. Here's a snap. Kick.
It is no good. So that'll keep the score at 27-8. As we'll step away and hear a word from our sponsors and bring you the final 30 seconds of the first half after this.
I believe one of the best ways to invest in a community is to encourage participation in high school sports.
I agree, Paul. High school sports can play a tremendous role in student athletes obtaining their first degree in life, a high school diploma. Ivy Tech Community College also plays a role by serving more than 70,000 Indiana high school students who are earning college credit while finishing high school.
High school athletics are all about setting students up for success in the classroom and in life, and that's especially important, considering less than 7% of student athletes play sports in college, and even fewer receive scholarships.
At Ivy Tech, thousands of high school students complete their freshman year of college or first industry credential, giving them a head start on college and careers.
We appreciate the support of partners like Ivy Tech who invest in our student athletes, their education, and our communities.
This is championing education. This is...
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown as the Braves score their 4th touchdown of the opening half. Set to kick off with 30.5 seconds to go. I'd be ready for anything here, Wes.
Yeah, if they can get the ball back for 30 seconds, I mean, I think they feel like they can probably score again, so definitely be ready for an onside kick here. Here's Hutchison. He's going to boot one. Drew's going to get it in the backfield. He comes out of there with it. And he's going to get it out to about the 30, Mikey.
That's what it looks like. Little better kickoff return coverage there by the Braves. So I'll give him about the 31, it looks like. Well, if you're Coach Dean, are you just trying to get to the half, or are you going to try a couple?
Well, you're down 3 scores here, and you know, I don't know. The way the coverage is right now, here's a handoff to Jones. Jones he's going to look to pass, and it's picked off. Little trickery there by the Musketeers.
The trickery may come back to bite us here, because you're giving them a short field at about the 47-yard line with 1 timeout left, 17.7 to go.
That didn't quite work out the way we was wanting it to, Mike. You
No.
know, the ball kind of slipped out of his hand there a little bit.
That's why he's a running back.
Yep.
So here's Darlidge. Steps back to throw.
And he's going to look deep one more time. Pass across the middle. I bet Garrett would like to have that one back.
Yeah.
You got to have those. Now you're giving them another shot at it, you know.
Right. He's had a workout back there today.
Oh, yeah, he has. Yep. 13 seconds. Second 10. from the Musketeer 47.
Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff.
Knowledge over Groves. Intended receiver was that Wyatt? It was Wyatt. Wait. Sorry if we're mispronouncing it.
I'm pretty sure I know who his father is, and it's Wyatt. His older sister plays softball. Kylie had played with her a little bit in the past, but he had some open field in front of him if he could shot that. So 8 seconds to go now. It'll be 3rd and 10. Brownstown going to run a play, and they're going to take the knee and take it to the half.
The halftime score here at Brownstown will be 27-8. Braves on top. We'll step away here, Commissioner's Corner. Take a break here and be back to bring you second half action here from Brownstown. You're listening to Musketeer Football on WSLM, Salem, Indiana.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our special edition of the Commissioner's Corner, conversation with Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Commissioner, week number 2 of high school football. Everything seems to have gone well in that first week, and there's a lot going on at the IHSAA with your recently concluded fall meeting, so you have hit the ground running, so to speak.
We have, and Coach, I've told a couple folks, and I think I told you the other night on your show. Well, by the way, your show of 29 years that celebrates high school athletics on Friday and Saturday night, and if our listeners out there want to tune into some good information, they need to do that every Friday and Saturday night. You and your team do a great job, but we had a great week last week, there, and what we got a lot of reports on around the state was the crowds. We had where I was at, and Assistant Commissioner Falkins, and everybody was out from our staff last week, and everybody reported back that the crowds were there, they were large, and they were enthusiastic, and so that's what makes our job fun along the way, when people get to enjoy their local team playing.
I think people have been cooped up for a long time, and a chance to go out and scream and yell for their favorite team is something that's important. And, it's also a situation, too, where it's not just football. You've had your other fall sports get started. So this is an important time of year for everybody.
It is, and believe it or not, we're about halfway through the girls' golf season already. And those kids have been out playing and getting ready, and they're starting to have these tune-up events to get ready to make their march to the state finals at Prairie View Golf Club. But boys and girls soccer, we have our boys tennis teams, boys and girls cross country. It's in full swing. And the other one we can't remember is we have unified flag football going on right now. So, we've got students that traditionally don't have an opportunity to play on the team, that they're with their school representing their program as part of the unified program. And again, those are students that may have an intellectual disability, and they're an athlete for the Indiana High School Athletic Association also.
I would tell you that I ran into Mike Leonard, the former Franklin College football coach, told me he is coaching the unified team here in Franklin, just to show you how the quality of human beings you have involved in it. And I know you're incredibly proud of it.
It is phenomenal programming. It really is an inclusive program of all students that attend the school, and we're just so happy to be able to offer as many opportunities as we can for student athletes. So we're rolling, Coach, and we're going to keep moving.
Yeah, you are. All right, your fall board meeting just concluded, and one of the important topics of that is they're going to be announcing soon who will be hosting tournament sites for IHSA postseason play.
We are. Those were approved by our board of directors yesterday. So everything in our winter offering, so boys and girls swimming, boys and girls basketball, wrestling. So we approved host sites for all those events, and so they're going to be announced this week yet. But one of the things that I think people need to pay attention to here is a couple months ago we changed a little bit of the change of the format to the boys and girls basketball tournament, to where we now are going to have 4 teams in the same class will attend a semi-state site, and there's 2 games in the morning, and you advance, and the traditional 2 games in one day will actually be played at the semi-state round. So it's going to be a lot of fun basketball. But what it does is it puts 4 more facilities in our state hosting semi-state events. So that old destination, and back where I come from, there'll be some folks leaving their hometown dribbling a basketball to where those games are being played just so they can watch their teams played. And we really think it's going to be a great weekend of basketball, and that's going to be announced. Those locations will be announced yet this week.
It's a busy time. Are you guaranteeing good weather this weekend?
We're guaranteeing that the weather's going to be good enough to play football.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Hi everybody, Bob Lovell here. Be sure to tune in on WSLM 1220 AM and 97.9 FM for your weekly dose of Indiana sports talk from 9:30 to midnight.
Life so interesting. The theory of evolution claims only the strong shall survive. Maybe so. Maybe so. But the theory of competition says just because they're the strong doesn't mean they can't get their butt kicked. That's right. See, what every long shot come from behind underdog will tell you is this. The other guy may in fact be the favorite. The odds may be stacked against you, fair enough. But what the odds don't know is this isn't a math test. This is a completely different kind of test. One where passion has a funny way of trumping logic. So before you step up to the starting line, before the whistle blows and the clock starts ticking, just remember, out here, the results don't always add up. No matter what the stats may say, and the experts may think, and the commentators may have predicted, when the race is on, all bets are off. Don't be surprised if somebody decides to flip the script and take a pass on yelling uncle.
A classic car show on September the 3rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. There'll be a $10 pre-registration fee, $15 on the day of the show. All vehicle entries must be at least 50 years old, a 1972 or older, and there'll be prizes from Mayor's Choice, People's Choice, and Historically Significant. All proceeds benefit the John Hay Center. Food by Bob and Kev's Barbecue, and oldies music from WSLM Radio. The John Hay Center is located at 307 East Market Street in Salem. Mark September the 3rd on your calendar. Get your classic ride polished up and head to Salem for a great afternoon of food, music, and fun mixed with a lot of history. Remember when you had your birthday party at McDonald's, playing with your family and friends?
Enjoying cake and that one-of-a-kind McDonald's food and drink? If you're looking for a fun and safe place to have a party for your children or grandchildren, look no further. Party time is back at McDonald's right here in Salem, Mitchell, and West Baden. That's right, hosted birthday parties are back, baby. Call event coordinator Renee Lewis at 812-788-0126 to schedule your birthday for Salem, Mitchell, or West Baden today. The party includes food and drink for up to 10 guests with your choice of white or chocolate cake, ice cream for each child, a gift for the birthday boy or girl, goodie bags for each child, and a festive decorated party area. Parties at Salem allow children to play, while the McDonald's in Mitchell and West Baden will feature age-appropriate games. Let McDonald's make your child's next birthday party stress-free for you and fun for them. Call Renee at 812-788-0126 today and get your next party on the schedule at McDonald's.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
With a new infusion of quality talent being brought in on both sides, head coach Tom Allen and the Hoosiers are hungry.
Stand back to McCullough. Takes it right up inside. But they pound him into the end zone. Touchdown!
Opening day is Friday, September 2nd versus Illinois at Memorial Stadium. Our coverage begins at 7 p.m. You can follow along all season long right here on the CareSource IU Sports Network from Learfield.
Yeehaw! Come on out to the Campbellsburg Festival on September the 9th, 10th, and 11th for lots of family fun, music, and food. Friday opens with yard sales all morning and afternoon, followed by a pet contest at 5:30. The Miss Country Girl pageant at 6:15. 50s and 60s music from the Checkmate close out the evening beginning at 7 p.m. Saturday opens up with Relay for Life 5K and FFA breakfast at 8 a.m. 3-on-3 basketball tournament at 9. Silly Safari at 11 a.m., and lots of good music with Lethargic at 7, and Thunder Chicken with blues and 60s music. Sunday will feature a retelling of Campbellsburg's history, gospel music, and military salute. Mark your calendars for September the 9th, 10th, and 11th for lots of family fun, music, and food. For a full schedule of events, go to WSLMradio.com.
Hello, and this is Jalen Hoare over at John Jones. School is in full session across the region, so let's talk safety. School buses are rolling around the community, so make sure that you're always aware of your surroundings. Remember to come to a complete stop once you see those flashing lights and extended stop arms. These kids are relying on us to keep them safe. Speaking of safe, Chevrolet has a plethora of standard safety features, which includes but is not limited to the front pedestrian alert. Front pedestrian braking uses a camera to see pedestrians in front of your vehicle and can alert you or even apply the brakes. Keep in mind all these safety features could potentially lead you to lower insurance premiums. Check out Chevrolet's full lineup here at John Jones. You can find us online at johnjonesautogroup.com or give us a call at 877-473-5546. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounders coming on the field. Filet Fish and the Golden Delicious Fries are warming up on the sideline. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You afford every time with a hot fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get one free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long. Or stop by 601 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in on Wednesday nights at 7 for WSLM. We'll be broadcasting live at McDonald's for Coach's Corner.
Louder Than Life is back September 22nd through the 25th. 4 stages, over 90 bands, with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, 9 Inch Nails, Slipknot, Kiss, Louder Than Life, Louisville, Kentucky, bigger and better than ever, with Alice in Chains, Bring Me the Horizon, Shinedown, Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, Incubus, Evanescence, Hailstorm, Lamb of God, Papa Roach, Tenacious D, Rock, plus so many more. Roll! Louder Than Life, Rock to Roll! Red Hot Chili Peppers, 9 Inch Nails, Slipknot, Kiss, Rob Zombie, Shinedown, and so many more. Go to louderthanlifefestival.com for all lineup and ticket information. See you in September at Louder Than Life.
The John Hay Center presents a classic car show on September the 3rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. There'll be a $10 pre-registration fee, $15 on the day of the show. All vehicle entries must be at least 50 years old, a 1972 or older, and there'll be prizes for Mayor's Choice, People's Choice, and Historically Significant. All proceeds benefit the John Hay Center. Food by Bob and Kev's Barbecue, and oldies music from WSLM Radio. The John Hay Center is located at 307 East Market Street in Salem. Mark September the 3rd on your calendar. Get your classic ride polished up and head to Salem for a great afternoon of food, music, and fun mixed with a lot of history.
Welcome back here to Brownstown High School as we're down to about 2 minutes left in halftime as the Musketeers trail 27-8 to the Brownstown Braves. Before we get into the first half talk, and we'll let Wes talk about it, but some score updates. The Senators, I believe, still up 20-0 over there at West Washington. Last update we got, it was a scoreless game at Scottsburg with Salem. And the Indiana Hoosiers are up 3-0 on Illinois.
Illinois State?
Illinois. Fighting Illinois.
Okay.
You know, the Illini. Big Ten opener right here.
Okay.
Some other scores, I believe North Harrison is up on Corden by a touchdown, 21-14, I believe. So, Silver Creek was down to
Floyd Central,
I believe there.
20-7?
Something like that. So, But Wes, thoughts on the first half? I know you just talked to Coach Fleetwood coming through about, some things there.
Well, he was talking about missed opportunities, and I think there was, a handful of opportunities there we had to put some points on the board, but whether it be turning it over or just getting pushed back into our zone there. But one thing I will say, we give up 4 scores there in the first, 27-8, but I think the defense, at times played really well for us and, got them off the field. I think you said 3 straight times there in the first half we pushed them off the field. So, and you got to know that a lot of them kids that are playing defense are going both ways right now. So, pretty proud of those kids, but, like to pick it up here in the second half offensively. Kind of, I don't know if Coach Dean's going to show them anything different here to try to, but we're going to give the ball up right here to start this second half back to Brownstown. They're going to be looking to come out and strike pretty quick here.
Yeah. And, I'll add this to it is we were winning the second quarter 8-7 until the final minute of the half.
Yeah.
So, and, you talk about is Coach going to show them anything different here in the second half. This could be a sectional opponent for us as they've moved into our sectional now as they come down to 2A. And, at what point do you not want to try everything, or, do you want to see if this will work, and you can work on it and tweak it as the season goes on. But like Wes said, Brownstown will receive the second half kickoff here as Hardy comes out, set to kick off.
I believe it'll be, Fritz?
Fritz and Engel.
Yeah.
They put 9 guys up here up front, and then leave 2 guys in the back. Something unusual you don't really see. I don't know if he's thinking onside right here or what, but
Hardy
hits it right at Hutchison, but they're going to pick it up. Not a bad play there for the Musketeers on that kickoff.
Pretty good kick there by Hardy. He kicked right at him, bounced it off of him, and
it just went a little farther than where we could recover it.
Fortunate enough, what you just talked about, they had enough guys up to kind of get to the ball quickly.
So the Braves will take over on their own 37. First possession of the second half. Does Brownstown come out and try some things different?
Darlow's going to step back, look at the pass. Ball's upstairs, going to be overthrown as Caden Gibson had him covered. Intended receiver there was Isaiah Engel.
Talking about it, and I know you talked about Coach coming through here, is, will the kids keep fighting, keep trying to battle back here in this game? He said they were going to, they said they would. We got to continue to do that.
And I think that says a lot for him. Here's Engel on the left side. That's it back. Going to be drugged down. He's back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain there on that play.
McBride getting a shoulder pad there and kind of taking him down there with one hand, so fortunate there. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. See what happens here for the Braves, if they'll step back and throw, or they'll go keep it on the ground here.
Well, the college keeps it, and there's not going to be much there.
So maybe a yard on the gain. So what does Brownstown do here? I'm never convinced they're going to punt.
No.
So it'll be 4th and 9.
I think Garrett's got to get back right here. There is the kick. They got a good Brownstown bounce right there back to about the 18-yard line.
Well, and with that play that they run where they're in a regular formation and he kind of spins like he has been in their offense and then kicks it, you know, how do you play? Because you put a guy back and then they decide to throw it. I mean,
yeah.
In all honesty, you just got to take the ball where you can get it and, you know, not give up any trick play right there. So, you know, it's a very unique play that they run out of that.
The only thing you can do is really get some pressure on him. Get some pressure on him back there. And
it's a positive coming out of the locker room, getting a stop there by the Musketeers defense, and now Bandit brings the offense on. Going to throw a wide receiver screen out to Jury. Gets out here to the outside, gain of about 8 on the play.
Got a lot of daylight there, Mikey.
So good play here to come out in the second half for the Musketeers. And that's something we hadn't seen really this year, is that wide receiver screen. So
there's Adam over there. Single coverage.
Bandit. He's got all fakes. He's going to get the first down.
That's a good job by Cody.
Yeah.
Good decision right there.
So I'll bring it up to about the Musketeer 34 now after the first down. So Bandit get the play. Coach Moore does a nice job with the offense. Here's Bandit, hands it off to Jones. He's going to get positive 2 or 3 yards.
Brownstown tackled him, the whole team.
Yeah. Got to bring up a 2nd and 7 with a little over 9 minutes to go here in the third period. The Musketeers with the ball. You know, I'd really like to see us possibly start throwing. I don't think their defense is good. They're a good run defense, but
there's a quick snap over to Andrew Adams, enough for a first down and then some. He breaks a couple tackles out to the 40 and gets shoved out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
Great effort by Adams right there. You know, something I'm just kind of looking at and thinking about from the first half was, you know, the Ike kid who hurt his wrist. We haven't seen him since then, so I don't know if it's a serious injury or they're just precautionary or what there, but big play by the Musketeers. Here comes Bandit now as they're on the move. Hands it off to Jones. He's going to try to get to the outside. Nothing there for about a 2-yard gain.
Kind of got jammed up there a little bit, Mikey.
A little late on breaking to the outside. I think if he'd tried earlier, you might have got a little bit more, but positive yardage, so we'll take it.
Clock still moving. We're down to 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Still 27-8. Musketeers on the move here from the Brownstown 34. There's another handoff to Jones. He's going to get a few more here. A big third down right here.
Right.
Big third down.
You know, I would almost flip our wide receivers and give Adams this big wide side over here to work with.
Yeah. Well, brings up a 3rd and 5 from the 31. Here's a snap. Bandit rolls out, looking to throw.
He was being pressured, so he had to get rid of it. I think he learned from the first half there. So 4 down territory for the Musketeers here. They're going to go for it, I believe, here on 4th down, 4th and 5. You know, I like that wide receiver screen ran to start the second half as well. I don't think you can get this on the ground.
No, I don't either. Here's Bennett again. Quick flip to Adams. Enough for a first down. Out of bounds at about the 21.
You know, they're getting fortunate that they're not getting no late hits because they're clearly out of bounds and still running him down out and trying to tackle him. So
another first down by the Musketeers here. Nice drive down to the 23.
Here goes Bennett. Jones to his left. He's going to step back and throw it again.
Across the middle. Ow! Adams' intended receiver had it in the hands and let it slip out there. Nice throw there by Cody.
Yeah. I think it's once again one of those, both of them would like to have back, and Coach Moore dialing a little bit more up for Adams here late.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, Bennett again from the shotgun. Sets back. There's the option. Hits Jones on the right side. Going to lower his head and get about 9 yards on the run.
Going to be a little short.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
A short one.
A lot of options here.
Got to get this first down right here. Don't cough the ball up.
So Musketeers are their second time into the red zone.
Cody going to keep it here, Mikey?
Well, that's 2 times in a row they've ran the option to a T. And we're going to have a timeout by Brownstown. So we'll step away and hear a word from one of our sponsors. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
What separates high school sports from other athletic programs? We keep education in front of athletics. I'm Paul Knight, Commissioner of the IHSAA, and I'm thrilled to introduce our new Assistant Commissioner, Janie Ulmer, because I know she shares the same passion for education-based athletics.
That's right, Paul. As a former principal, teacher, and Hoosier student athlete myself, I understand firsthand how high school sports provide a complete educational experience for students.
The real benefit of playing in the second classroom of high school sports isn't just about teams becoming better athletes.
It's about them becoming better people, building character and developing the habits they need to be successful adults in life. Accountability, teamwork, respect, perseverance. These are just some of the life lessons learned on the playing field.
It's good to have another passionate advocate for education-based athletics on the team. Welcome aboard, Assistant Commissioner Ulmer.
This is the second classroom. This is education.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown High School. It was out of the timeout by the Braves as the Musketeers marching down the field at a 3rd and 1 from the 16. They're going to hand it off to Jones, and he's got enough for the first down, gets it down to about the 10-yard line.
Well, good job there by the Musketeers here. We're eating clock, but we're marching it down the field, Mikey.
And that's the negative right now is we can't really burn a lot of clock to doing this. But if you're Coach Dean, you got to be happy coming out of the locker room and you know, both sides of the ball. So here's Bennett. Gives it to Jones again. He's going to get about 5 yards.
Eats up about half of it there.
So that'll bring up a 2nd goal from the 5.
Down to 5:37 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Musketeers right in the back door here. Need to punch one in. Tighten this thing up a little bit more.
So here goes Bennett. Jones to his right this time. Going to give it to him, and he's still working. He's going to be close.
It's going to be real close.
He's going to be about a half a yard short.
Yeah, I see where they're marking it. It's about a football length short right there. They're having trouble bringing him down, Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, And we talked about, you really won the second quarter besides the last minute, and we're doing really well here in the third. Bad snap, Jones picks it up, and did he get in? Nope, they're going to call him down at about the same spot. That's unfortunate. So that'll bring up a 4th and goal from right in front of the goal line.
I mean, it's less than a foot. And just now go to him one more time, and he's going to get it in this time.
Yep. So that'll bring the score now 27-14 with 4:16 to go, and I'm sure the Musketeers will go for 2 here. Great response by the Musketeers out of the locker room.
I never saw the guys over here keeping the scoreboard were asking if he scored. I never saw the referee motion touchdown.
I wasn't really paying attention, but Braden ended up about 3 yards in the end zone, so there was no question to me.
2-point conversion, big 2-point conversion right here by the Musketeers. They'll go back there, the ball's down on the ground, bad handoff there.
So 2-point conversion is no good as the Musketeers now trail by a score of 27-14. We'll step away and hear a word from one of our sponsors. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by Wslm Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Hey, Dr. Elsperman, I believe one of the best ways to invest in a community is to encourage participation in high school sports.
I agree, Paul. High school sports can play a tremendous role in student athletes obtaining their first degree in life, a high school diploma. Ivy Tech Community College also plays a role by serving more than 70,000 Indiana high school students who are earning college credit while finishing high school.
High school athletics are all about setting students up for success in the classroom and in life, and that's especially important, considering less than 7% of student athletes play sports in college, and even fewer receive scholarships.
At Ivy Tech, thousands of high school students complete their freshman year of college or first industry credential, giving them a head start on college and careers.
We appreciate the support of partners like Ivy Tech.
All right, welcome back to Brownstown as the Musketeers get their second score of the evening to make it 27-14. Hardy set the kickoff for the Musketeers, and once again, the Braves got 9 guys up here in the box thinking possible onside.
Hardy.
There's a kick.
Boots it out. Is that Fritz?
And he's going to be down at about the 29-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 30. Hardy pulled a little trickery on him there. So here comes the Musketeer defense, see if they can come up with another stop.
Lock them down one more time here.
You know, things going to get real interesting, I think, if you can get a stop and a score again. But I don't think Brownstown's going to put the ball in the air on this possession unless they just have to. I think they're going to keep it on the ground. There's Wyatt as he's got open field. Jury knocks him out of bounds at about the 22-yard line.
Big play right there, Mike. I mean, that's just a big play. And,
you know, that's a momentum swing, and I'll be honest, I didn't know where the ball was.
I didn't either. .58-yard run. So from the 30 back to the 22. Read this book before, Mikey.
So here's Darledge. Basically, he's going to keep it this time. Going to get about 4 yards on the run. A couple score updates that just came in. The Senators are now up 38-0 over Mitchell, and Indiana now trails Illinois 7-3.
Senators having no problem over there with the Blue Jackets.
No, that'll move them to 3-0 and on their season, and you know, Coach Ferris talked about it over there. If you can get that first win of the season, you normally have a pretty good year.
Oh, yeah.
And
I know that Springs Valley, West Washington, that'd probably be your conference championship right there. Here's Darledge.
I believe that was a direct snap to number 6, Kymire. Take it down to the 5-yard line as Brownstown's answered the Musketeers scoring drive with one of their own right now on the march. Make it a 1st and goal from the 5.
Clock 3:10 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball's on the 5, 1st and goal for the Braves. Arledge.
And Wyatt's going to get in for the touchdown. They run that double handoff really well and hide it.
Yep, they sure do.
So that'll make it 33-14 now, as we're just under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, as Hutchison switches out from regular shoe to kicking shoe. Having a little trouble. So he'll go for the extra point here to try to get his 4th extra point of the night. There's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good.
Got a little bit more hype on that one, Mikey.
So with 2:56 to go in the 3rd, the Musketeers now trail 34-14. See if the Musketeers can answer right back here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think if you're coach, if you can come out of here and play them even in the 2nd half, you've got to build off that and as the positive. And
yeah, if we can score here, you know, at least get one more score, and you know, they know we've been here. You know, we've come over here and we have competed.
Well, I think it also tells the kids that you can compete with them if you draw them in sectional or end up playing them in sectional at some point. And so
just under 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And once again, last score update we got from the Salem game is it was scoreless. We get one, we'll let you know on that as well.
Mikey, anything going on tomorrow with volleyball?
No volleyball tomorrow. They get a weekend off for the holiday, and then they got 3 weekends in a row where they're in volleyball tournaments. So, but big weekend though in NASCAR as the playoffs start this weekend.
Oh yeah.
You know, always a fun race this weekend at Darlington, and
I look forward to the paint schemes they bring out.
Yeah, it was a big week, you know, as Dale Earnhardt Jr. running the late model, bringing back the Sundrop car, and where he started at an awesome track.
Yeah, I wish they would bring NASCAR back to North Wilkesboro. And
Jury picks up the kickoff, got a little room on the far side as he cuts it up, still on his feet, still going. Good return there by Garrett. Gets it up to about the 41-yard line, so good field position for the Musketeers. But, yeah, back to your point, Wes, that's a fun track. And,
you know, I wish, and then another big weekend, you know, you got the U.S. Nationals up in Indianapolis this weekend, every Labor Day for the NHRA drag racing. So, been going on for years, so that's their biggest race. That's their, you know, their Super Bowl of drag racing is, you know, up there this weekend. So, a lot of stuff going on around motorsports this weekend, but back to this game here, down to 2:46 to go. 1st and 10 from the Eastern 41. Bannett out of the gun, rolls back, flips it up to Caleb King there. As he's going to be brought down for about, what, a couple yard loss, maybe a yard loss?
I think they're going to give him forward progress of where he caught it, and he's going to catch it gain of about a yard. Comes up a little slow. Taylor, the tough kid, he plays a lot of snaps in the ball.
Oh, yes. He ain't coming out either.
No. Here's a snap. Bennett rolls out, kicks it out to Jones. He's got some green grass in front of him.
And he's down to the 40, the 30,
Still on
the
his
20, and finally brought down at about the 17-yard line. He had some steam on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the wheels turning right there.
So Musketeers back in business again inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. See if they can punch it in one more time.
Play clock down to 14 here, down to a minute and a half to go here in the third. Bennett, snap, throws over to Adams. He breaks a tackle or two, and
he falls forward for about a 6-yard gain.
Yep. Yep.
I didn't even see him.
Andrew's a tough kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a tough kid. Battled some injuries off and on here, and
you know, he's one senior you're really going to miss.
Oh, yeah. 2nd 5 from the 14 here. Looks like we're going to get a timeout.
It's an official timeout. So here we go. Bennett hands off to Jones. He's breaking through.
Tackle.
And he's in. There's about 3 Brownstown guys laying on the field right now.
They look like bowling pins when he was going through them.
So, Braden Jones was his 2nd touchdown of the half.
Makes it 34-20, Mikey.
So let's see if we can have a little better exchange here on the 2-point conversion. There's a bad snap.
We got to get that under control, Mike.
Yeah.
Got to get that under control. That's 4 points we basically give up the last 2 touchdowns we've scored. So
you know, I know it's still a 2-possession game either way, but you get it to 10 points if you make them.
Yeah.
At least give yourself an opportunity with a win with a touchdown or a tying field goal. Yep. You know, but. Still a great response by the Musketeers there, going about 60 yards on that.
There's a lot of football left to be played here. You know,
and what we scored in about 2 minutes there?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, I know Coach Ferris ain't here, but he'd be tickled to death with what we're seeing right now. And
they're headed up to PNC Park up in Pittsburgh to watch the Pirates and the Blue Jays play. No, that's probably, you know, he was telling me last night they try to hit a different ballpark every year, so I know that's a beautiful park up there sitting right on the river, and so I hope they have a good time, be safe, and we'll see when you get back.
Well, here's Hardy to set the kickoff here, and once again, Brownstown put 9 guys in the box. Hardy kicked one deep last time on him.
I can see him kick one right off number 63 right here that bounced right back into our hands. And it's a low one. They're going to pick it up and bring it out of there. This tackle there going to be brought down by, it looks like, Andrew Adams and number 12.
Tommy Hurst. Yeah, his younger brother plays on Chase's middle school team, and he was there last night, along with a lot of the high school boys. Yeah. You could hear him, you know, it wasn't our night by no means, but them boys were still cheering him on, and, you know, that's great to see. And
somebody said DeGarrett was yelling out commands from the press box up there.
There were all kinds of them up there in the press box yelling all kinds of stuff last night. And Brody Temple and Nelson did an awesome job.
Oh, awesome.
So here's the Braves.
Pump. Overthrown. Intended receiver is number 19 for the Braves.
So incomplete pass, that'll make it 2nd and 10. You know, you get out of here at the stop and get the ball back, and I've just not figured out why Brownstown's even wanting to throw the football right now.
I know they've ran the ball other than that one big play down the field there
Right.
they got.
So 2nd and 10. Hand it off outside.
He cuts it back again. He gets a couple good blocks here.
This might be over. Gibby trying to run him down.
And it ain't going to happen.
And he's going to take it in. And, you know, this is back-to-back quarters. They scored it less than a minute to go in the quarter. So
that makes it 40-20.
I'm waiting. Is there a flag on the field here? We got holding on Brownstown, which is going to bring it back.
Well, that's a gift.
I can't even see a flag out on the field. It's over on the far side, but with the lighting from where we're at in the turf, you can't see the flag. And
well, Coach May's not happy about that at all.
And Coach Dean's excited.
Absolutely. That's another Christmas present. Early Christmas present.
Yeah, so, you know, that's going to back the Braves up.
Coach May's giving them an earful down there, Mikey.
So that'll bring up a 2nd 8 now.
As it looks like they're going to probably run the clock down here. They can run it all the way down, or they can run a play here. My guess is they're going to let this 3rd quarter run out. Don't need to jump off sides here. That will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Score 34-20. Brownstown Braves on top. We'll be back to give you 4th quarter action here from Brownstown. You're listening to Musketeer Football on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
Hello, and this is Jalen Hoare over at John Jones. School is in full session across the region, so let's talk safety. School buses are rolling around the community, so make sure that you're always aware of your surroundings. Remember to come to a complete stop once you see those flashing lights and extended stop arms. These kids are relying on us to keep them safe. Speaking of safe, Chevrolet has a plethora of standard safety features, which includes but is not limited to the front pedestrian alert. Front pedestrian braking uses a camera to see pedestrians in front of your vehicle and can alert you or even apply the brakes. Keep in mind all these safety features could potentially lead you to lower insurance premiums. Check out Chevrolet's full lineup here at John Jones. You can find us online at johnjonesautogroup.com or give us a call at 877-473-5546. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown as we're set to start the final quarter of play as the Musketeers trail by 2 scores. It'll be a 2nd 8 for Brownstown from their own 33-yard line.
Always keeps it itself.
Jury with the tackle, but he took him about 3 yards to get him down.
He took a shot there.
Stayed with it, brings the ball out just past midfield now into Brownstown territory, and I think Garrett's feeling that one a little bit. I mean, he's the load to bring down. He's like Braden for us. I mean, he gets going. And you talked about in between the quarters there, Coach May was just letting them have it, so you know they were going to come out a little chip on their shoulders there. Here's the snap, hands it off to number 21. He spins out of the tackle, breaks another tackle, and going to get about 5 yards. That carry there by Fritz. They got more running backs than Indiana.
I know, I can't keep track of all of them, including the quarterback.
So here's another timeout by the Braves. Another teaching opportunity for Coach May here.
Oh, yeah.
So he burns, I believe it's 4 timeouts you get in a half, I guess. This is the second one. It shows 2 remaining for the Braves. So never good. You run one play out of the quarter, and then you got to get another timeout.
Yeah. I think he was yelling, "Do it right this time."
Well, so the second and 5 for the Braves, coming out of the timeout, ball at the Musketeer 44. Been a long game, Wes.
It has. It has.
So here's Brownstown. Darlidge set, hands it off. There's that double handoff
again.
And we're going to stop him with about a gain of 2 yards on that play. So that'll bring up a crucial third down. And I think they're in 4-down territory here, Wes.
I would say.
I mean, they went on it from the 20 a while ago for 4th down, so need a loss of yards play here.
No, I've not seen one single bad snap from Brownstown.
There's that direct snap. And look at that line just push him.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't all the way with him, but yeah, and I was thinking that exactly of the job that center has to do on the direct snaps and all that of making sure he hits him. I mean, so first down run by, I believe that was T. Meyer that was for the first down run. Take him down to the 36-yard line.
First and 10 from the 34.
He's going to keep it again. Garrett's going to sleep well tonight. Much needed break here for Garrett. And you know, this is not a knock on Garrett. Garrett's a strong, big kid, and it just shows how big Darlidge is as a quarterback. And the holes they're giving him to get momentum going is huge. So here's Darlidge again. Going to give it to the near side here to number 7.
And he's going to march it in.
Engel. So that's going to move it to 40-20. I think there was a message since one of those timeouts was
better turn it up a little bit.
Yeah. So the Braves switching out shoes again for the extra point. Try to push this out to a 21-point lead.
That Hutchinson one more time?
One more time. There's the snap. Kick is up and just over it. So that'll make it 41-20. We'll step away and hear a word from one of our sponsors. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
With a new infusion of quality talent being brought in on both sides, head coach Tom Allen and the Hoosiers are hungry.
Stand back to McCullough. He takes it right up inside, but they pound him into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
Opening day is Friday, September 2nd versus Illinois at Memorial Stadium. Our coverage begins at 7 p.m. You can follow along all season long right here on the Care Source IU Sports Network from Learfield.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown. high schools, we got 9:42 to go in the ball game. Musketeers trail 41-20 after a Brownstown score. Hutchinson set the kickoff. There's the kick. Adam run up, slides into that catch at about the 22, 23-yard line. So Musketeers come out.
See if we can run it down here one more time, Mikey.
I hear you. Score update from Bloomington. The Hoosiers have taken a 10-7 lead with 10:40 to go in the first half. So that was a pretty good ball game. Penn State Purdue game
last night. Oh, it was a great
night.
game. I turned it on, didn't even know they was playing. About 8 minutes to go, and yeah, it was a good game. Playing it off the middle, pass is complete to Drury for a first down.
Good play there. A shoestring catch there.
That was by the tips of his fingers there.
You know, I'm sure Coach Newcomb enjoyed that football game last night.
Yeah, for a little bit.
You know, they've really turned things around up there at Purdue. Brom has.
Oh, yeah. I seen Drew Brees was in the house last night, too, up there.
Jones with the carry. Gets about a yard. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, big ball game tomorrow night as number 5 Notre Dame goes to the Horseshoe to play number 2 Ohio State. And Ohio State's a 3-touchdown favorite.
Is that right?
I think it was 17 or 20 points, so I mean it's here's Bennett, gonna roll out, keeps it, and he's gonna get about 2 yards on the run. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7. I covered that well because I don't think he could have pitched it, and he comes up a little gimpy there. Probably took a helmet to the knee. Brownstown subbing a lot of players in defensively now. So we're down to a little over 8 minutes to go in the ball game.
41-20 is your score.
We're going to have another timeout, this time by the Musketeers. So we'll take another break and hear a word from one of our sponsors. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Remember when you had your birthday party at McDonald's, playing with your family and friends, enjoying cake and that one-of-a-kind McDonald's food and drinks? If you're looking for a fun and safe place to have a party for your children or grandchildren, look no further. Party time is back at McDonald's, right here in Salem, Mitchell, and West Baden. That's right, hosted birthday parties are back, baby. Call event coordinator Renee Lewis at 812-788-0126 to schedule your birthday for Salem, Mitchell, or West Baden today. The party includes food and drink for up to 10 guests, with your choice of white or chocolate cake, ice cream for each child, a gift for the birthday boy or girl, goodie bags for each child, and a festive decorated party area. Parties at Salem allow children to play, while the McDonald's in Mitchell and West Baden will feature age-appropriate games. Let McDonald's make your child's next birthday party stress-free.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown. 8:10 to go in the ball game. Musketeers trail 41-20 coming out of a Musketeer timeout. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Here's Bennett. Jones to his left. Going to hand it off to him. Got a big hole still on his feet. Going to get down to about the Brownstown 44.
That's for a first down.
Good run there by Braden. Good job by the offensive line to give him a hole.
He's had a nice game tonight.
Yeah, he's really picked it up from about midway through the 2nd quarter and, you know, got trucking with some things. And after that pitch play there in the first half where he got about 20-25 yards, he's played pretty well since then. So here's Bennett, rolls out, gonna hit Adams, stays on his feet. Good second effort, gonna get it about 4 yards on the play.
So
So Musketeers continue to drive as we're down to 7:25 to go in the game. You know, you talk about it. Braden's had a good game. Cody's had a good game throwing the football, making decisions. You know, he threw the one interception. Adams, and you know, Garrett. You know, we talked about it. He's done it on both sides of the ball tonight, and if you give these guys some kudos, and here's a handoff to Jones, he's going to run right up the middle and get about another 2 yards. That'll bring up about a 3rd and 4. They didn't give him a very good spot. It'll be a 3rd and 5. Play clock's down to 15. Musketeers still haven't got the play in yet. Here we go. Got to be quick here. Down to 10. Down to 6. We're going to have to burn one, I think, Wes. Nope.
They got it off. He rolls to his left. Puts it,
through the fingertips of Gibson. So that'll bring up a 4th and 6 now. A little bit behind that throw.
Yeah. Yeah, he zipped that one. Too.
Big 4th down here for the Musketeers. Try to keep the drive going. Adams on the near side, single coverage. Bannock getting guys where he wants them. Bad snap. Bannock's just got to fall on it.
That's about the 4th or 5th bad snap we've seen tonight.
Yeah.
And it gives them good field position.
So, you know, that will be the first time this second half that the Braves have stopped the Musketeers. You know, and we had some personnel change this week, and it, you know, it's had its effect on the game, but so here comes the Musketeer defense as we're down to 6:10 to go in the ball game. There's a direct snap, and he's got a big hole. And Adams takes him down at the 20-yard line. It's about a 22-yard run by number 6.
I'll be honest with you, Mike. That's the best play they've run right there. Because I've yet to figure out where the ball is when they run that play.
So, flag on the field. We got holding on the Braves.
That's not going to make Coach May very happy right there.
No, not at all. He's shaking his head. We may see some timeouts. So that will neglect the 22-yard run. That'll bring them back to about a 1st and 17 West.
Yeah.
The Musketeers catch a break there.
Back on the Brownstown side of the field here. There's a big hit right there by number 40. Is that Nathaniel Coates?
Yeah. He's had a couple hits in the backfield there.
That's going to bring up 2nd and a heavy 20 here, Mikey. I can see him get one more stop right here.
Yeah.
Stop him one more time.
Well, and here's the thing. You've got a 2nd and 21. I mean, you got to win this battle, right?
Yep.
You can't give it up. There's a handoff. Number 12, he's got some open field tackle by the turf.
Caught the ball up there, but luckily fell back on top of it.
So big 3rd down, a gain of about 4 on that run. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 17 now.
Yeah, we can't give them a big play here. Got to force them to punt right here. I mean,
give your offense more opportunity to punch one in.
With Darley's from the 48, 3rd and 18, he pitches it. He'll be brought down. He'll get a little bit on that.
Good tackle there by McBride.
That's going to bring up about 4th and 15, Mikey.
McBride and Rice on the tackle.
See what Coach May does here. You know, Darley's has got a good enough leg. He can kick it in the end zone from right here.
Yeah. Got Andrew Adams back now. Now we're going to have a penalty. I'll get, I believe, Caleb King.
Yeah, it looks like
he's in the neutral zone. That's going to move him up 5 yards. I don't understand that. I always thought if you jumped off and got back on defense, but now it's almost like if you line up or whatever, it's automatic flag.
Now that could change it up here a little bit, Mikey, what they're going to do.
So 4th and 10.
Darley's out of the gun. He's going to boot it. That's a good punt.
Oh,
going to get a Brownstown kick right here, and it's going to stop at about the 5.
I mean, that may be the best punt I've seen. I mean,
great punt. 3.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Still 41-20. Braves on top of the Musketeers with a chance to.
Got to go 94 yards. You know, right now, 3.5, I may just tell Adams just to run straight down the sideline and air one out to him to see if you can get one there.
And here's Cody. Throws it across the middle of the field and is picked off by number 21. He's back to the 15. And brought down at about the 13-yard line.
That's not what we wanted.
Nope, not at all. So interception here. Picked off by number 21 of Brownstown. Fritz again.
Brownstown will have an opportunity here to score as they're at about the 12-yard line.
Darley's on the shotgun. There's a run up the middle. I can't see who that is, number 7. He's going to take it down to about the 3 or 4 yard line. With 3:08 to go here in the ball game. Be just short of first down. Brings up 2nd and 2, I believe.
Late score update. It's farther into the game, but the halftime score at the Salem game was Salem ahead 12-0 over Scottsburg. As we know, they're well into the second half. That was an hour ago when that score was posted, so we'll have a timeout here by the Musketeers. We'll step away and hear a word from one of our sponsors one more time. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by Wslm Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Remember when you had your birthday party at McDonald's?
Yeehaw! Come on out to the Campbellsburg Festival on September the 9th, 10th, and 11th for lots of family fun, music, and food. Friday opens with yard sales all morning and afternoon, followed by a pet contest at 5:30. The Miss Country Girl pageant at 6:15. 50s and 60s music from the Checkmate close out the evening beginning at 7 p.m. Saturday opens up with Relay for Life 5K and FFA breakfast at 8 a.m. 3-on-3 basketball tournament at 9. Silly Safari at 11 a.m. and lots of good music with Lethargic at 7 and Thunder Chicken with blues and 60s music. Sunday will feature a retelling of Campbellsburg's history, gospel music, and military salute. Mark your calendars for September the 9th, 10th, and 11th for lots of family fun, music, and food.
For a full schedule of events, go to WSMradio.com.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown. As Brownstown knocking on the door one more time to stretch us out to a 4-possession game.
2:45 to go in the contest. Darley from the shotgun. 12 in motion. There's a direct snap, and he's still fighting, but I believe he's going to be a little bit short, Mikey, but might have enough for the first down here.
I mean, they got 4 guys going different ways. You don't know what's going on. You know, and I'm really honestly dreading the Charlestown game. If Charlestown beat them 30-13, you know, how good are they?
Yep. So first down, first and goal for the Braves from the 1.
Well, Brownstown in no hurry here.
Darlage out. Double handoff, and he's going to march it in. It'll be number 12 with the carries. He carries it into the end zone.
And we were right there and just fortunate we couldn't get the tackle before the second handoff that time.
That's your Wyatt with that score. That goose or whatever it is they're throwing around the student section over here, he's got to work out tonight.
Yeah. So 47-20 with 2:01 to go in the ball game. Hutchinson on one more time for the extra point. So down to 9 on the play clock. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. I didn't think it was, but
thought it was wide left.
That's why we're up here and they're down there. So Musketeers will get the ball one more time here. You know, and I know this score's not going to indicate how well we've played West after that first quarter.
I agree, Mikey. I mean, they've, you know, you commented on it earlier. I don't think that Brownstown and the coaching staff over here expected the Musketeers to come over and compete. You know, 48-20 right now could very easily be 40-28. You know.
Yeah, or it could be, you know, it's like when we're on the road, we get a slow start. We give up 2 touchdowns early in the ball game before we kind of got things going, and we've got to figure that out. And I don't know, I may be completely wrong, but, you know, you come to Brownstown, you put 20 on the board and you compete, you know, you got to be somewhat happy with some things and bring some positives out of this. And
I agree.
I think you've seen some things with Adams and Garrett and Jones. I mean, some plays that you can run to be effective down the road. Is we all know the schedule don't get no easier.
Nope.
You know, I think you have an opportunity next weekend at home with Silver Creek. You know, they're not as strong as they have been.
Yep.
Then you got Corden for homecoming, which, you know, you feel like you can compete.
Yep.
So here's the kickoff. Adams receives it, trying to get his blockers going.
He's going to be brought down.
I mean, he's still working.
About the 35 is where they'll set up here for more than likely our last drive, Mikey.
Yeah, no turnover here. Let's one of 2 things. Let's run the clock out or just punch it in, one of the 2. Well, here comes Bannock one more time. Split backs.
And it. Caden Gibson, pass is complete. He breaks a couple tackles, enough for a first down. He's on the run. He's down to the 30. Then brought out of bounds at about the 25 there. There's that speed Caden Gibson's got.
You know, he hasn't played for the last few years, come out his senior year, and he's a huge asset to us. I thought he was going to break that for a second.
I did too. So that brings up 1st and 10 with 1:43 to go. Musketeers possibly knocking on the door of another score here from the Brownstown 20. Here's a flip over to Braden Jones. He's down to the 20, the 15, the 10. Touchdown, Musketeers.
Well, that was 18 seconds.
18 seconds.
153 when we took over, 135 we punch it in, so.
I do believe that Brownstown, I did see it, the players standing down here. I think they got some of their other players in here right now, so, which rightfully so. You know, you got a 28-point lead. I mean, game's over.
So Musketeers go for the 2-point conversion. Gonna have a flag on the play. False start. I believe that's on the Musketeers. Yes, it is. So that'll bring them back 5 more yards and definitely change the play call.
Moving back to the 8 now.
I almost try to kick one. Just see if you ever have to kick it, you see if you can do it.
Yep.
So here's Bannett.
Adams in motion. Rolls to his right. Now flips it over to Jones. Jones gets hit, and he's going to march it in for the 2-point conversion and makes the score 48-28, Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't see Brownstown, you know, bringing, you know, their starters back out here for this offensive possession, but, you know, great showing by the Musketeers tonight, and, I mean, I'll say it again, the score don't indicate how hard and how we competed tonight, and we played them even the second half.
Yep.
So, you know, you take away that touchdown at the end of the half that you didn't want, and then it's a 2-score game right now, and you still give yourself an opportunity, you know. So
1:35 to go here in the game, and you know Brownstown just being their JV on the field, they're going to, you know, I expect them to come out and try to score. You know, these kids have earned, they come to practice every day just like everybody else, and you know.
You know, we're looking directly down at about the 45 to 50, and Coach May's standing there with his arms crossed. So you know there's a lot of things he's not happy about that will be addressed after the game in this coming week in practice, as he is very, he's about the fundamentals. I mean, you know, he wants them to do everything the right way.
And I don't think you kick an onside kick here.
No,
kick it back there, get them.
Yeah, just play it out. You know, last thing you want to do is be disrespectful. I mean, they've got their JV in, and score update from Bloomington. The score is tied at 10-10 with 6 minutes to go in the first half, and there's a kick by Hardy.
Down to about the 20, picked up by Fritz.
He's just going to take a knee down at the 25. You know, that's a nice move there by that young man. Just take the knee, let's get out of here, and, you know, end the ball game.
See who they bring in as quarterback, as Darledge is done for the night. It's going to be number 17, Mikey. Freshman Micah Sheffer in for quarterback. He's going and working out of the shotgun here. He'll hand it off.
Good tackle there by, I believe that Cleek.
Connor Cleek. Ball's carried by number 28 from Brownstown, Jack Pace, another freshman.
Well, here's the positive thing for the Musketeers is Darledge is a senior. So, you know, you got to feel pretty confident about we're bringing back a lot of returners, as well as they are, but he's a big threat for them. You know, Wyatt's a senior.
Fritz will be back. He's a junior next year. He's got a flag on the field, Mikey.
delay game on the Braves, so that'll bring him back.
Engel will be back next year as a senior, so
I mean, they're still going to bring back quite a few pieces, but
Donnelly's being the main one.
Yeah,
and he's the one that makes this team go. Down to 35 seconds to go here in the ball game.
I believe there was a fumble there and fell on by number 1, Preston Garrison. That may have been the final play of the ball game, as now it's under 20 seconds, and as I see,
I think that's going to be it, Mikey, is Brownstown's coming off the field there, so that will be the ball game. Final score from Brownstown is 48-28. Brownstown Central coming away as a Mid-Southern Conference victory here. Both teams come together and shake hands here, and we'll step away here. One more word from our sponsors. We'll be back to you for final comments from Mikey and myself. You're listening to Musketeer Football on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
The John Hay Center presents a classic car show on September the 3rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. There'll be a $10 pre-registration fee, $15 on the day of the show. All vehicle entries must be at least 50 years old, a 1972 or older, and there'll be prizes from Mayor's Choice, People's Choice, and historically significant. All proceeds benefit the John Hay Center. Food by Bob and Kev's Barbecue, and oldies music from WSLM Radio. The John Hay Center is located at 307 East Market Street in Salem. Mark September the 3rd on your calendar. Get your classic ride polished up and head to Salem for a great afternoon of food, music, and fun mixed with a lot of history.
All right, welcome back here to Brownstown as the Musketeers fall 48-28 to the Brownstown Braves, bringing the Musketeers record to 1-2, 0-1 in the Mid-Southern Conference, and the Braves will move to 2-1. And I believe that may be their first conference win of the season as well. Quick thoughts, Wes, and then.
I think we hit on it multiple times during the game, but I think Coach Dean's got to feel pretty good. You know, I don't know if it's a moral victory or not, but I do think that Brownstown knows Eastern showed up, come over here to play tonight, and was competitive. And you know, and then we talked about before we even got over here, we need to start building on some things that we've done week in and week out, and just getting better every week. And I think we're doing that. I really truly believe we're getting better. The kids are getting some confidence that they can play with some of these teams, and you know, the matchups and individuals, they can match up with them. So I just think going forward here, you know, you got Silver Creek coming to town, another week of practice, another week of preparation here, and I think there's good things happening with this team. They just got to, you know, they told Coach come up here at halftime and said they was going to stay competing. They wasn't going to give up, and I think they showed that there in the second half.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you. And, you know, I think Coach has got a team that he can start building some tradition with and some culture with, and, you know, taking, you know, we talked about it from West Washington, even from the first half to the second half there, the improvements, and it's just carrying over, like you said. But, you know, you look here tonight as the game's over and all the fans are down there on the field with the football players, and, you know, that's where we got to get to as a program, and supporting these guys, and we got to have the same crowd, if not bigger, next Friday night as what we had last Friday night. But, you know, I agree with what you said. I mean, multiple players stepped up. We've seen a lot of things that we haven't seen the first 2 weeks of players stepping up in capability. We're only going to get better, and like I said, 28 points may be the most we've scored in Brownstown against Brownstown.
Yeah.
So you played them even in the second half. You may get the opportunity to play them again in sectional, maybe at our place with how things play out. You never know. But now I think you give them an opportunity to think about, hey, it's not a rollover game to come and play the Musketeers. So,
you know, one thing I wanted to touch on, you know, this Brownstown team, you know, maybe, you know, they're good. They're very good. Maybe not as good as they have been the last couple of years, but how many penalties do that? They don't kill themselves. You know, they're so fundamentally sound that, you know, I think that says a lot for our kids, too, to still come over here and compete because they're so fundamentally sound. They know how to tackle. They don't cough the ball up. Darledge is just, he's just a great quarterback.
Right.
He's a really, really good quarterback.
And you got to give them credit, with what they have as a team. Coach Mays put an offense in that they are very good at running and executing very well. But I don't know, going back to the penalties, I didn't think we did a bad job with penalties tonight. We didn't shoot ourselves in the foot, I know Brownstown at least scored on one of the opportunities, but 2 times scores were brought back because of penalties. So we're getting better.
Couple key turnovers there at certain times, we get that we can't have, but we're going to make mistakes. We're still growing. We're still getting better every week, and you got a sophomore quarterback there. He's still learning every day. I think he's done a great job this year.
And I think you've seen it, especially the second half, if not started in the second quarter. Coach Moore's playbook has started to open up, and he's getting a lot more options because he's got Garrett, he's got Adams. You've seen the play to Caleb King. You've got I know at least twice that Braden Jones scored on getting out wide off the pitch. I mean, his playbook is getting bigger and more open, so that's a positive. Our defense, I thought, stepped up after the first quarter and started figuring some things out. Yes, they still scored and made some big plays, but we did as well, So,
we talk about Braden Jones a lot, and I'll say this. I don't think Braden Jones realizes how good he could be. He really, truly, being a sophomore and stuff, but, he's got speed, he's got strength, he's got an opportunity, and he's showing it here, and he's learning. You could tell every week, the last 3 games, from starting at West Washington to Crawford County last week and tonight, he's starting to run that ball harder and harder and harder and making guys bounce off of him,
And lastly, before I'll be done, is if you enjoy high school football and you're a Musketeer fan, you need to come and watch us because we're bringing back a lot of weapons next year and the year after. I mean, this team's only going to get better, not every week, but, next year's going to be even, we're headed in the right direction. And with the middle school, hopefully you get some players out of there and fill some pieces into, we could be really competitive and make a run of some things in the near future. But, once again, I appreciate you coming on with me, Wes. Unless you got something, we'll send it back to the station
we thank everybody. Want to thank Greg and Becky for letting us do this, but we thank everybody listening to us too. Hopefully we keep you interested in the game and bringing you the action there. And but that's about all I got, Mikey, and I guess we'll do it again next Friday night if Silver Creek comes to town.
Yeah, and I will just, one last thing I know, just so everybody knows, we will not be on the air till 5 minutes before the game, especially home games as we cooked before. So don't dial in and think we're not going to be there. We will be there. We'll have you at the start of the game. So,
7 o'clock start next Friday night. So we'll come on 10 till 5 tills when we'll come on.
Come out, support these boys, and softball sectional regional champs will be recognized. So look forward to it. So once again, we'll send it back to the station. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana.